within 20 seconds. Okay. Hello everyone, I am Oğuz from DSC Tech, the leader of the community last year and mentor of the community this year. Today we have a very special guest, Bess Lee. She is the Jocelyn team member in Gov0 in Taiwan, and they made a great effort trying to battle with COVID, and they were very successful, at least relatively, in the situation around the globe. Without taking too much time, Bess, I want to give the stage to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for inviting me to join this session. So I want to share our experience to like how we co-work the mask map in our community. So should I just start?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can feel free to go.
Okay. So we are Gov0. So we use this word from like GOV, but we want to like make a new prototype for government. So we change the O to 0. So we are Gov0. So we are a civic hack community that to push information transparency and focus on developing some information platform and tools for citizens to participate in society. So this is the team I work for. Like we are Gavzo Josong. So we have 9 members. We have 6 volunteers and 3 staff. I'm one of the staff of this team. So we have a lot of projects to co-work with Gavzio community. So as you can see, we have a Gavzio Hackathon, and we have a Civitech prototype grant. We have some. Also, we have Jozone Online to host some online hackathon during the after the COVID-19 breakout. So in our community, we want to we have three things to encourage people to participate in our community life. So we have sharing and participation and action. So how we can sharing. So we host I want to say in our community, even we speak different languages, but we use the same languages to co-work. What's languages? Like we use hackathon to empower social innovation. So as our co-work event, hackathon, like maybe you know hackathon is a hack and marathon. So it's an event that gathering a lot of engineers to solve problems. And in Gavzio community, we are not only have engineers, we have a lot like NPO and NGO workers and policymaker and teacher and student, or a lot of people to join with us to co-work projects. So this is the place that we host the hackathon. And during hackathon, we use Slack, or we use Hacknd to co-work with each other. So so for mask map, even though we don't have like same languages, but we use the same platform so we can co-work with each others. And after our projects finished, we will open source. We will open the project to let more and more people can use our results to do more further things. So I want to quick to this is our like our method to co-work with government. So we use open data and develop open source project to co-work with government. So sometimes government will release some data to public. So if they open data, we can use it. But sometimes if they don't release open data, we will just find the data by ourselves. So in the sample of mask map, we have as you can see, we have like hundreds application of mask map. So that's why like we could control the COVID-19 in Taiwan. So I want to explain about how we can work the mask map in Taiwan. So at this February, like people line up to buy masks, and it was very inofficial and depressive in Taiwan. So you can see people line up in front of convenience store. So the first mask map was made for a convenience store, and Howard Wu is the engineer of the first mask map. He made a convenience stores map, and he and he found the data of convenience store and finished the map by himself. So you can see he find the data from Google Map. And maybe you know, like if you want to use the data of Google Map, you need to pay for it. So unfortunately, like after 4 hours, the 4 hours that map release, and his account was shut down because people just use the map very. People just want to get into the map, so the website just shut down. So so he share the map on GovZero's Slack, and the people just went crazily and went into the map, and map just shut down. And people in GovZero Slack, everyone wants to find a solution to fix the map, but unfortunately the map just shut down and maybe never come back. So when they just thinking the solution, and our digital minister Audrey Tang just came, and she say the demand of masks maybe will change, so they don't need to find a solution for convenience store. So their solution is that Howard Wu made a map, and he wants to find more participants to report the number of masks to the map, but the map just shut down, so no one can report the number of masks. So the government changed the policy. They just announced the mask regional plans, so people don't need to go to convenience store to buy the mask. They could go to pharmacies to get their mask. So after the new policy release and governments release the number of masks in every pharmacy. So engineers in community they could just use the data of pharmacy. So like you so it's not very difficult technical to make a map. So they just need to use the data from government. So they could have a map for people. So after the API from government release, so people engineers from a lot of community, not just GovSteward, they could use the data to make their applications to do what they want to do, just like chatbot or info page and more and more service based on open data from government. And based on the experience of mass map and government improve the SOP for mask, and they have a version like 1.0 to 3.0. So you can see the mask supply is very good in Taiwan now. So so for more like work, like as you can see, like from this March to May, like in Taiwan, we couldn't have any physical event, so we co-work for a new method to host online event, and we develop a new platform. It's called 周松 Online. And after we develop this platform, we share our experience to community, and they could translate our experience to their country. So for open source community, so I just want to say, like, if you want to, we have a lot of experience and the platform and the event. So if you want to co-work with us, you can just join us and co-work with us. So we have a lot. We have a sentence to say, like, don't ask why nobody do this. Admit that you are nobody. So welcome to join us to be a nobody. Okay, I think just very short, briefly an introduction of our mass map. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for making this presentation. Now I will invite my core team to come along and forward the questions we have from the stream, and that's prepared by myself. I'm just forwarding the link to our chat. So I think it's an impressive effort that's done in Taiwan, and from what I see, this is like a community initiative. There is no like state incentive, but it starts from grassroots. So nobody from the top ordered you to do that. You started doing this by yourself. So related to the Google Maps problem, did you how did you solve the issue there? Like how did you move forward?
Oh, I think that because of policy changed, so we don't need to use data from Google Maps.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, we just directly use the data from government.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, so yeah, because of because of the first mask map and government know we need some data, so they just release the data of pharmacy.
That's good. Yeah.
Because based on Google Maps, people still need to like report some information of the convenience stores. Yeah, like if we use the data from government, we don't need we don't need to ask people to report the information.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to not have to do crowdsourcing because crowdsourcing
Yeah,
needs
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of fine-tuning, etc.
Mm.
So did you try to use OpenStreetMap because that's a popular option to?
Oh, I think it's because in that time that people like when this map like when virals in Taiwan. So many people want to jump in this
Yeah,
map. So that's why website shut down. So I don't know if OpenStreetMap can have such much people
yeah,
use in the same time. Yeah, I'm not sure about it.
that's right. On that aspect, I always think that we should be able to download these maps and embed them in our applications, and it's like good to have data source in GitHub to provide this. So my next question is, where can people learn more about Taiwan? Where they should start learning about Taiwan?
I think from Taiwan, I think the most important thing is like where like you need to wear a mask if you want to go out, and you need to think very seriously for COVID-19 because it's I think in Taiwan now that COVID-19 is very we don't have much cases in Taiwan. So because people care it, and people wear mask, and but I think this is based on our like very good collaboration based on like mask map and uh a lot of people co-work with each other. So everyone in Taiwan they care about COVID-19. So everyone could collaborate with each other to avoid the COVID-19's influence.
Yeah, that's definitely great. And Taiwan is fully functioning. As far as I know, there is no shutdowns anymore, and it's pretty normal life. They go to college, they go to work, they go to job. It's really impressive. So as DSC sake, we are also a community effort, and we also organize hackathons. Also, although we did a little number of them. So, how does Gov0 approach organizing hackathons? So, what's your methodology when organizing them?
Uh, our my team, I mean, Dr. Joe Song, like we host hackathon uh bi-monthly. So I'm very surprised that every 2 months when we will host a hackathon, uh, every time we have 100 people come to our hackathon to co-work with each other. Yeah, and I think the key point is we need to keep finding the newcomers to join the hackathon. And because like in community, like people will come and go. So we need to keep finding newcomers to join our hackathon to co-work with each other. Like for example, like the person uh, who made Max Map. He is a new new friend of hackathons. So we keep bring a new person in our community, and we can keep we can still have a lot of fresh projects in our community.
Yeah, that's great to hear. And as you said, like people always change, but I mean, 100% turnout is, I think, pretty amazing. Like we feel lucky when we can get 20 people in a room. So it must be a great privilege to have such enthusiastic people coming. So after Gov Zero started, how did Taiwan change? Like how did Gov Zero change the Taiwan from its inception, like even before COVID?
Mm-hmm. I think the first part of first things is like infographic. Because before we have our very beginning project is an infographic of government's yearly budget before engineers of Gov Zero, and government just put their PDF, a lot of PDF files on their website, and like people don't really want to read a PDF, so engineers download all the PDF and transfer into like infographic website. So I can show you budget. So yeah, so after Gap Zero, like people in Taiwan started thinking like we could have some tools for open government. Like this one.
Wow, looks great. Oh,
So
that's
in this website, you can see the budget of education and for culture or for science. And now the government has their own website to show the budget.
well, that's great. That's almost a direct link between the Gov Zero's effort and the government. And I think what you are doing
Yeah.
is like essentially making a translation for the common people to understand like what the data means, because the legal documents are not very pleasant to read. Like they have their own language, like they bury stuff inside a ton of text. So I think it's really impressive. That's very nice. So I would like to uh, give the microphone to Burak. He's our lead this year. He is the lead of the SE Tech this year, and I think he has some questions too. So welcome, Burak, and let's take your questions.
Hi, I'm Burak. I'm leader of DSC this year. And first, I want to ask a question about DSC. What do you think about DSCs, and how much do you know about DSCs?
I think I know like very few. So if you can briefly introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Burak. I am DSC lead. I think my internet connection is a little. Okay. Okay. Developer Students Clubs wants to impact, actually. Main word is impact students, peoples. And they want to meet technology with everyone. And this is
Yeah, so it's essentially similar to Gov Zero, but of course we operate in a much
yes.
smaller scope, like just our campus. But I think from the SC program, like a lot of alumni who graduate from this program will go on to establish stuff like GovZero, at least in our locales. So that's great. Maybe we can switch to the next question, Brock.
This is a cultural question. What is popular in Taiwan?
What's popular in Taiwan?
Like foods or dances, cultural things.
Cultures. What popular? I don't know, but for now, like people very like to travel inside around Taiwan because we can go to anywhere. We just travel in Taiwan. In Taiwan, even me, like I went to night market tonight before this talk, so we can go anywhere around Taiwan.
And maybe the Taiwan bear, etc. Very cool stuff. So next question, Brock, if you are ready.
Okay. How did you think about connecting software and COVID-19? Like, how did you say we can solve this with software or programming with COVID?
I think how we can connecting software and COVID-19. I think because COVID-19 is the thing. In my personal opinions, like COVID-19 is the things that including people and place. We need to know where that people goes, and we need to like so like for the place, like we want to know that where people go, so we need to have have some I don't know, maybe some apps to like checking people's step or checking people's where's people going. Like in Taiwan, we did a lot of like checking systems to let people like just checking themselves when they come into some place. Yeah, so I think it's very complicated system related with COVID-19.
My last question is, what do you think about Turkey?
What we think about Turkey? Okay, because I never like go to Turkey before, so in my thoughts, I think Turkey maybe is a very diverse country between Asia and Europe. So someday I will want to go there to visit.
Okay, thank you.
And you will be very welcome to visit, and you can visit ISTEC anytime. We will be happy to host you here. So Merve, if you are ready, maybe you can ask your questions.
Yeah, I'm the newest member of core team. And when I saw the new like hacking COVID-19, and I was like, what, how? And I wondered about this so much. And when I was asking, what is that? How did people do that like that? And then I became a core member. And I don't don't know, how can we raise awareness of what you did, the accomplishments of GovZero?
You mean the how can we raise awareness about how can we? I think it's very
I don't know. When I saw what you did, I thought like I wish I was I were be the person who developed something like that. And I don't know, you made a big development in your country to survive this pandemic stuff. So I would be very, very pleased to raise awareness about this shit. No? Yeah.
I think it's a good question. Like,
I don't know.
I think like for sorry, I don't know.
We can do something on social media maybe, and we are doing that.
Yeah, man-made. Man-made's name.
Yeah, my name is Oğuz actually. I use Oğuz name.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So I think the thing like you do is very impressive for us because you join our Slack and talk with us. So you know like how we can co-work in the community. So I think the very key point things is that if you want to know more about us, you can just join us because we have a lot of friendly contributor in our community. And also, if you just want to like coding, we also have a lot of projects on our GitHub. Yep.
So maybe we can collaborate as GovZero and DSC Stack someday on like a tone similar to how we collaborate with. Yeah, definitely. And one advantage is we also use HackMD and GitHub, so we can adapt our members to a collaboration job, and maybe through that they can learn to join GovZero and further be aware about what you're doing. So Merve, if you are ready, you can take the next question.
Okay. You know that this is a club that uses coding, and I can see that. I don't know. I can clearly see that Taiwan is good at software, and what else can we do using software and coding nowadays?
What else can we do using software? I think if you ask me, I think we can do anything based on software. Like but the based on the GovZero is based on GovZero, like we focus on open government and open data. So you can see we have a lot of projects to like to let more and more people to join us to co-work with each other. So like Slack or HackMD, or we still need to find more methods or for more tools to make more people to come.
Yeah.
So I think it's very big space if you want to like we still have a lot of space to have more tools or more methods to co-work with each other. I think it's not enough in community. Never.
Okay, so do you have further questions, Merve?
Maybe one more, and I wonder what do people do to live at Taiwan. And you know, at Turkey we do tourism, agriculture. I don't know, a lot of stuff. And Taiwan is like was like a Chinese island in my mind when I was a little child. So I don't know much about it. And what do people do to live there?
What do people do in Taiwan?
General.
Actually, in Taiwan, we are very big country to we have a lot of hardware companies.
Yeah.
In Taiwan, yeah, like Asus and Acer, or a lot of things in the iPhone. So if you use
industrial, you're double.
Yeah, industrial. Yeah. So we have very full of industrial, and we have some agriculture. Yes.
Thank you.
And yeah.
So thank you a lot, Merve, for your questions. And your last question was, I think, very important. Also, like Taiwan is the place of TSMC. Like all of the chips in the world, at least most of them gets produced in Taiwan, or like Taiwan dictates how like they get foundry, the semiconductor industry. So if you are buying a chip, if you are buying a phone, it's more likely that it has been processed in Taiwan, at least at some point in stage. So Faiza, would you like to ask your questions if you feel ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm Faiza from the SESTEC core team. So my first question, what do you like about Hack and maybe your favorite qualities or top list?
I think because we can co-work on the Hack and D, so that's why we like it. And you can like not just typing, and you can publish the page as a website to publish something on the internet. So I think it's very easy to use. If you can just typing and you can use it as a website. I think it's very good for us. And we use because I also work for a team. It's called Gov0 Summit 2020. And in Gov0 Summit, we use HackND to our conference note.
Okay, thank you. And my second question, did your choice to use Slack cause any challenges during this process?
I think the big problem of Slack is like, because we are not non-profit organizations, so we can't use the like Slack. They have a NPO's plans for non-profit organization, but we are not. We just a community. So like it's very good for us because we have too much people in our community. Like in Gov0 Slack, we have 8,000 people on Slack. Like it's too much. So I'm very worried about like too much people on our Slack. So we still need to find solution for too many people.
Yeah. And my last question, these days software development involve people who express their idealism on individuality. How did you ensure the attitudes and mutual trust on this issue? I wondered that.
I think people should protect. There's I think everyone need to protect our data security of, because I think people should protect their data security, because I think it's not very safe if you want to, if you really want to say anything on the internet. So you still need to like notice that your security on the internet. I think it's very the very beginning of, if we want to just have some attitudes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
in our community, we are very focused on like how to protect people in our community. So like, for example, we have a code of conduct for our community. So we ask people to follow our code of conduct in our community.
Okay, thank you again.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you so much for answering the questions of our core team. I'm now looking at whether there are further questions in the chat. Okay, I see no further questions, so I will try to invite the Hacktogen team, the wide organization during the October for open source contribution. Now I will forward the link to them. Copy it. Okay, I have invited them. Okay, let's see, they should join in a moment. So while they join to the link, it has been really inspiring to hear about this, and I hope our audience is taking notes of all of this stuff you share with us. These are like hard-earned experiences. Like we can learn from what you did, so we don't have to do the mistakes or get under trouble. Okay, so Will is joining us from Namibia. Hey Will, feel free to introduce yourself and do the Slido.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much for this beautiful presentation. I personally learned quite a lot and see what's happening in other countries, uh, what they're doing with technology. Because in some countries, what they're doing is just, watching TikToks and playing videos. So thank you very much for this opportunity. Matt, can you have the Slido website on, please? Okay, definitely. So we are just going to have a small ice break where you go on slido.com. Okay, I think. Oh yeah, I can definitely do that. Yeah. Thank you. I can definitely do that.
There is a question from the audience. What do you think is the biggest advantage that we have got from technology in dealing with COVID-19 so far?
Biggest challenge. I think it's people. Like because you can, even though your tools are very good, but you can avoid people to like out of control. I think the people's the questions about people still like very difficult to us, like to everyone. Because the tools just can solve the problem of systems, but people is not in the systems. Yeah, that's my answer.
Yes. There we go. Okay, so once you are on Slido, I believe my screen can be seen now. Just a second. Okay, awesome. So you go on Slido, and then when you're on Slido, you just type the codes, which is thank you, Bess.
Yeah.
I'll type it so that you see. Yes.
Yes, I can see the
Thank you, Bess.
Slido.
Like that. You tap the event codes, it will take you directly to a question. And the question will be, what did you learn from the presentation? Because I'm 100% sure that somehow every single person learned something from this presentation. So what you do is you just type what you learned from the presentation. And as soon as we start typing, we are going to see what are the common things that we all learned. So I'll type mine. I just learned that technology is really powerful. So this is a aspect to kind of just go in our mind, in our head, and express ourselves from what happened. I learned Taiwan is an amazing country. Oh, interesting. I can't even read the following. Can somebody read the following word? I don't know if it's what language is that?
I think that's Taiwan Jiayo. My
Yeah.
pronunciation might not be on point.
Yeah, Taiwan 加油.
Yeah.
Software is everywhere, definitely everywhere. So just type. And also, Bess, thank you very much for this presentation. And what did you learn from your presentation, Bess?
I think I learned Taiwan maybe really do very amazing things with Taiwanese people. Like in now in Taiwan, like a lot of people like can really think about the COVID-19 because there is nothing about COVID-19 in Taiwan now. So we are very happy to have a normal life in Taiwan.
Okay, thank you very much. As you can see, people are still responding. Teamwork, software process, mutual trust. So we definitely learned a lot from this presentation. And back to you, Mehmet.
Okay, thank you so much for this icebreaker, Will. I think in our future events we will definitely make use of this, and it was a great idea. By the way, Will thought of this incorporating like the Slido system, so it's definitely a nice one. So I think next Ayush can introduce Hectogen participating DSCs. So welcome, Ayush, if you are ready to speak.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, so this is for our audience. This talk is a part of mega event Hacktogen, which is a 1 month long event organized collaboratively by DSCs from around the world. We have tons of exciting rewards for you, including those from our coding partner and sponsor, Coding Blocks. Register yourself on the Hacktoberfest website and start contributing to repositories from Hacktogen GitHub organization. Happy Hacktoberfest.
By the way, Ayush, can you send this to the chat so our audience can see what's the link where it's happening? We will be really glad if you can do that. So, and next up, Ayusha can forward her questions from her audience. Hey, Ayusha, if you are ready, you can go forward.
Hello everyone. This is Ayusha Singh from Triple IT, the India, the DSC. I'm the DSC lead there. It was a wonderful speech, ma'am. I wanted to ask whether, as a student, how can we contribute in the society to help remove this pandemic, be in the terms of technology and the social support.
Okay. I think for student because I think that students always have a lot of ideas of like how encourage people to join the project. I think in the situation in Taiwan, we have a lot of ideas is from students because students have a lot of free spirit to have a lot of ideas. So I think it's very important to like software because uh, I think the technical because the technology knowledge is now very difficult. Like you just like for a mass map, you just have a map that is very easy website. Like a lot of people can do it, but how we can do it because of ideas. So I think the ideas is very important to let people to co-work with each others.
Okay, thank you, ma'am, for the wonderful answer.
Thank you.
So, Ayusha, do you have further questions or that was it?
No, I'm done here.
Okay, thank you for your question. So, I can see in the chat, Ayush has forwarded the necessary links about Hektogen. So people like go there. Hektogen is a great way to, Hacktoberfest is a great way to get into open source development, and I think you can benefit a lot from this. So I think we are done with this event, and Bess did a great job of presenting and answering our questions. Bess, do you have some final words you want to say?
I think I wanted to like welcome all of you to like come with us to co-work. And at this December we have a GovZero Summit 2020. So we have a live stream. So if you want to know about us, you can join us to listen to people in our community, like how they contribute to our community and how we can co-work with each other and how we what we have in for this community now and we still have a lot of things we still need to